Hi, my name is Stephen Martile and welcome to freedomeducation.ca. So today I want to talk about motivation. There's two types and which one do you use? So the first one is a moving towards strategy and the second one is a moving away from strategy. So let me explain the difference. So like a moving away from strategy is where you have circumstances. I'll just give an example. This will be much more clear. So think about your job, and I'm going to guess that most people are in a job. Or if you're not, you're in a business, think about the things you don't like to do in the business. Now what happens is, let's say that in this case, your supervisor, your client comes up to you and says, I really would love you to do this by 9 a.m. tomorrow. Okay? So you've got a deadline, you've got to finish this one task by 9 a.m. tomorrow. And so you might, had already plans with your wife, your spouse, your kids, or you might have plans to like actually do something tonight. You're going to the movies and you're like, damn, I gotta freaking stay in and do this damn work and I don't really want to do it. So how do you get motivated? Well, one thing for sure is you got to find out where your motivation is. Now, if you've got a moving away from strategy, then what works is thinking about the consequences if you don't take action. So for example, let's say that if you don't get this client what he needs by tomorrow, then you know for sure that you're going to lose that client, which means you're going to lose money. So there's some pain involved, and that sort of leverages you so that you can take action. Another thing might be, like if for your boss, it might be if you don't get that done by tomorrow, what happens is your boss is going to look bad, and he's going to come talk to you, and you're going to look bad. So, and he might even say, if you don't get this done by tomorrow, that you're going to lose that promotion and that raise that I promised you earlier this month. And so all of a sudden there's some pain involved and it gets you motivated to take action. So it's what the key thing is that you're moving away from something because there's something causing you to get into action. So that's one motivational strategy. The other one is the moving towards strategy. Now, so for example, in my own life, what I found is that when I worked as an engineer, I had a supervisor that was fantastic. He was just awesome. And what was really awesome about him is that he was very clear and concise in explaining the details and in painting a picture of what it is we needed to do. And when I knew clearly what we needed to do and I could see it in my own mind's eye, then I bolted and I was so focused and I could just do that task. So that was what motivated me. So it's really important to know the difference of which strategy you use. Are you moving towards or moving away? And I just got to give one more example of a moving towards strategy, because what happens is you get people with different strategies. For example, I've also had supervisor where the strategy was a moving away strategy. So his strategy was moving away and mine was moving towards. So those don't mix. And it's not that people that have those different strategies can't work together, but the problem is you got to communicate to that person based on their strategy. And that's something that I do when I'm coaching clients as well. So for example, my boss had a moving away from strategy. So he would come up to me and say, if you don't get this done by this time, then the president's going to find out, and you don't want him to find out, and sort of like kind of putting all this pressure and this pain, like trying to make this painful situation so that I would take action. And I'd be like, I don't care about that. I just want to know what I need to do. And so once I was able to communicate to him that, then I could say, what is it that you want to do? Where do you want to end up? How do you want this to look at the end? And, some of the questions he didn't have answers to at the beginning, but eventually we were able to work together and paint a clear picture of where I had to go. And once I knew where I had to go, well, I was motivated. I was in action because that's my strategy, is a moving towards strategy. So that's the difference. And when you know which category you're in, it helps you so you can set goals so that you can actually get motivated and start doing something about them. So which category are you in? Just answer in the comments below. I'd be curious to know what people what category are you in? Are you moving away from or moving towards? I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much. My name is Stephen Martile, and we'll talk to you soon.